What's your name?
Jason Powers.
Jason, how long have you had power cranks?
I got him at the end of November 2007, so about 3 months ago.
Okay. So, tell us about your first ride.
First ride, I went with my wife, who's really never cycled before, and I bought her a new bike. We were averaging probably about 12 miles an hour. My goal was to go for about an hour ride. After about 25 minutes, or about 5 miles, my legs started tightening up, so I decided to turn around. By the time I got home, my legs were pretty sore.
And tell us about your adapt. How well did you adapt? I mean, how did it go from this 25 minutes was really about what you felt comfortable to, tell us about the first month.
Well, my second day, I went with a friend and we did a 20-mile ride. But the power cranks, when you draft, you're really still working out. So even though I was trying to draft them, my legs would still hurt. So after about 10 miles in the 20-mile ride, I had to stop and turn around. And it took me to do 20 miles, probably about an hour and 45 minutes, because every 5 minutes I had to stop and rest my legs a little bit and stretch them out. I had some friends who bought them, and it seemed like they adapted a little quicker than me. Myself, the first week I'd average about 45 minutes to an hour. Second week, I went every single day, averaged an hour. Third week, I averaged about an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 25 minutes. And by the fourth week or third week, I was up to about 2 hours.
Now, for some people who might see this, what was your experience before you got the power crank? You were a cat?
I was a cat 4. Last year, my best power numbers were, I have a Ergomo power meter, were in May, and my power was 280 to 285, my functional threshold power. Really bad. I've only been cycling for about 3 years, and I had really, really bad technique. Everyone's like, your technique's bad. After about 2 months on the power cranks, everyone knows my technique is like, it looks like your friend Ken. My friend Ken, he actually bought the power cranks too. Perfect technique. Everyone's like, your technique is like this now.
Suddenly your upper body is still, you're smooth. People can see it, even though the legs are still going in circles, but people can tell it by just how hard you seem to be working. Is that what it is? What do people see and they're saying?
I'm pulling up now. I never used to pull up. I mean, just like your website says, you get your first tricycle when you're a kid. All you do is push down. Now I'm actually pulling up, and my wife noticed at first I have a new muscle, my muscle that's right here, and it's bulging out. I've never had that. My core is so much stronger. It actually forced me to start stretching out because my back was hurting when I first got them. After about a month, I haven't had back pain since. My core is a lot stronger.
Very cool. And you've seen some power increases?
I took my power cranks off about a week ago, and I did a hour time trial, and my power was 305, which is 20 to 25 watts better than it was in my climb last year. That's after 1 month of doing a 100-hour power program too. Before that, I was just doing base miles, riding 2 to 3 hour ride, no training. So my power's increased a lot over the last year.
But you couldn't really do a power program until you have some base in the power crank. There's no way you can do you gotta get where you ride them like regular cranks. It would take some months or so. Would you agree?
I would say it took me about a month and a half before you really don't notice them anymore. It's like you're riding a bike. When I don't ride with them on, I feel like I'm weak. It's like I'm not even riding. I'm not getting a workout in. Doing a power program is tough on them. Trying to sprint on them or trying to do intervals are tough. But after a while, you start adapting to them, and it's no problem at all.
Well, the key is to keep pushing your limits, right?
Correct.
So whether you're doing on regular cranks or power cranks, you always want to keep pushing the limits. It's just the power cranks, you're getting a little more benefit pushing those limits because the limits are much more obvious.
They are. About 2 weeks ago during the AMSI tour, we went on sort of a training camp, me and about 7 other friends. 3 of us actually had power cranks on. That weekend, we rode about 120 miles and climbed over 14,000 feet. And the 3 people with the power cranks on beat everyone up every single climb. So after a while, it's like you're not even having them on now. And for some reason, it seems like it's easier to climb with the power cranks on than without the power power crank?
Well, I think that's because when you find you can use the lower cadence, and the power cranks are just easier at lower cadences. I mean, getting the cadence up is a tough proposition with power cranks.
That is one of the toughest things to adapt to. In my best week with the power cranks, and I was looking at my stats, I was able to get my cadence up to like 88, sometimes 90, but only for a short time. But 88, I was really happy with the cadence on it.
But you're relatively new to it. What, 6 months? Right?
No, 3 months.
3 months. So, I mean, you're just a baby. You know? Come on. We'll get you up.
Yeah, I have put on about 2,100 miles on the power crank.
3 months. Very cool. All right. So, well, thank you. Any words for the masses?
They're great idea to buy them. They've helped me out a lot. My
your power cranks? I couldn't get them off of the thing. He said, no, 3 months? I got to do them 3 months.
I did keep them 3 months, and I'm going to go back to them also.
Very cool. They look like they work. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.